Hello students, I wish I could be with you today, but since that is not the case, I have made you an awesome video about your assignment today, and this is just a review from what we did on Thursday. So what you're doing here and what you're being asked to do is to find f of 8. I want to remind you that f of x means y. So in this question, you're asked to find f of 8 if f of x, so that's if y equals -7 plus 2 times x. So this 8 is in the same place as an x, an f of x. So we know that 8 is what x equals, and we're trying to find what y equals when x is 8. So go ahead and draw an arrow to each x, and then we're going to sub in an 8 for the x. So here we have f of 8. Again, we're substituting an 8 in for the x. And then that equals -7 plus 2 times 8, because x is 8. Once you've shown that step, and yes, you need to show that step, show all your steps, then we have f of 8 equals -7 plus 2 times 8, which is 16. Finally, add those together, and we would have f of 8 equals +9. And then that would be your answer. All right, hopefully that made sense. We're going to do one more example like this. Here you're asked to find f of 3 if f of x equals 12 times x. Again, what this means is that we're trying to find what y is, or what f of x equals, when x is 3. So we're going to sub in that 3 in for each x. So that would be f of 3 equals 12 times x, which is 3. Simplify this down, and we would have f of 3 equals 36. And what that means to us is that when x is 3, y is 36. Okay, decided to throw this one here just in case. Here we're asked to find f of -2 if f of x equals x minus 2. So we're going to sub in the -2 for each x. So that would be f of -2. And then that equals x minus 2. Now, we're going to sub in that -2 for our x as well. So again, that's f of -2. And again, I'm just showing you all of the steps. Equals -2 for x minus 2. And if we simplify this, that would give us -4 for f of -2, which means that when x is -2, y is -4. Last one we're going to do today. This question asks you to choose 4 values for x to make a function table for each function, and our function is going to be f of x equals -x plus 4. Now, to make your function table, again, we're going to have 3 categories or 3 columns. On the left, we have x, and on the right, we have f of x, which, remember, is the same thing as y. And in the middle, we're putting our rule, which states that y equals -x plus 4. So let's choose our 4 values for x. Again, we can pick any numbers. I'm going to start at 1 and go up to 4. And then we're just going to substitute these x's into our function. So that first one would be -1 for our x plus 4. Our second one right here would be -2 for the x plus 4. Our third y, or f of x, would equal -3 plus 4. And then our last one, we're going to sub in this 4 for the x. So that would be negative 4, negative 4 plus 4. Once we've substituted all of these x's for our x in the function, we're going to solve for the y. So to get y, we'll add negative 1 plus 4, which is 3. To get y for when x is 2, we'll take negative 2 and add that to 4, which is 2. Next, we have negative 3 plus 4, which is 1. And then lastly, we have negative 4 plus 4, which is 0. Now, your domain and your range, that's the last part of this. So we're going to state what that is. Our domain are all of the x's. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then our range are all of the y's, or the f of x's. And that would be 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, that's all for your lesson, or review, I should say. Happy homeworking, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.